Okay. All right. I'm a little bit bored. I was talking with my friend Keith, and he kind of got me. I don't know. He got my fingers tingling. I want to do something. I want to keep working on stuff. And he's talking about how he wants to do 2D animation inside of Unreal. So I was doing this a couple years ago, and it's been a while since I've done it. I don't think I even remember how to do it. So I was working on this character earlier today, and that whole 7.5 hour long start to finish thing is on there. So if you guys are interested in checking this out, by all means, sit through it, fast forward through the parts that you like, and maybe learn something, right? So this is the result of what we ended up doing earlier today. So I'm gonna take this sequence and I'm gonna try to bring it inside of Unreal Engine and just kind of put it in there, play around with the environments, see how I can get it to interact, if I can do that much. I don't know, I'm just kind of bored and want to play around. Maybe give myself a little bit of a refresher on how to do this. I do know that for best results, whenever you're importing anything into Unreal that's 2D, it's always better to work within a square object. 512, 128 by 128, 1024 by 1024 seems to be like the ideal size. In this case, I'm using 1000 by 1000. But a square object seems to be the best. So all your animation, at least per my recommendation. Of course, this is not something that's necessary for you to always do. You can do whatever you want. You can do long rectangular or horizontal or whatever. But based on everything that I've learned, it seems that working within the confines of a square, perfect square, seems to work best. And it kind of goes back with like the traditional stuff back in the day where you had the fields, which was pretty much not necessarily a perfect square, but almost, that you had that aspect ratio that like 4:3, I think it was. I don't remember very well. Yeah. So, but the Academy ratio was pretty much a square ratio. So a lot of the stuff was filmed like that. Even like the raw film footage is like a square almost. I may be wrong. It's probably not a perfect square, but in terms of digital media, there is such a thing. And when you create an object in Unreal or a 3D engine like Blender or whatever, I think the default's always going to be like a perfect square. So that's why I recommend this. It seems to work best. You keep all your animation confined within that square. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try different formats. Now the first format that I want to do, because I also want to, I'm not going to have time for that. Because what I want to find out is if I can bring a video in with the audio embedded into it. So if you can have a 2D animated character that's speaking and already has the audio synchronized, that would be a game changer. But I don't think you're able to do that. You weren't able to do that before in 4.24, 25, 26, 27. I don't know if Unreal Engine 5 has made any progress. So I don't know. So I'm going to try an MPEG-4 first. And I'm just going to make a new folder here, exports. I'm going to call this peg4.mp4. That's stupid. We'll call it dance. .120 images. I'm just gonna make it loop. Because this is a raster based export, ideally you want to bring it in larger than you need it, right? So if you know it's gonna be like 4K or whatever, you probably should multiply that by 4, whatever you're gonna export. So it probably should be bigger, not just this, but I don't care, it's just experimental. I'm just playing around. Video export complete. Do you want to open it now? Sure, let's take a look at it. There's our animation. There's a white background. You know, just for I think we're gonna run into issues here. So I'm gonna go into my, I have a feeling we're gonna have to do some keying because it doesn't have an alpha channel. Edit, project settings, background color. I'm gonna choose a blue, 255. What happens if I put 0 here? Yeah. We're just gonna do a 255 as the background. And we're gonna export that. I'm not using green because this character already has green skin. So I'm gonna, if I do a chroma key on this sucker, I'm gonna end up removing the green, right? So that would be a mistake. So I'm gonna export it as blue. So let's try this again. I'm gonna call it dance blue. And I'm also gonna try exporting as a we're gonna try exporting as an MOV file, QuickTime. I think QuickTime has alpha channel in it, but I don't know if it's supported by Unreal Engine. So we'll play around with that and see what happens. And let me see here. I need to get a copy of this live stream and send it to somebody. Where's the share button? Copy. All right, so let's see here. Where you at? All right, sent. So now let's go back to the thingery. This will go into MOV format. Let's see what our options are. Object sequence, export into separate files. What does that mean? Separate files. That seems like it's something new. Oh, each item that's there. I can see how that could be useful. If you have multiple items, you just want to export each one individually as its own file. That could be useful. I'm gonna have to play around with that later. Stereo vision, lock ratio. All right. It doesn't seem to have alpha channel. There it is, transparent video, 30 frames per second. Compress. All right, so it does have the option to export as transparent video, so that's good. So we're gonna call this dance Q for QuickTime. And that one has an alpha channel. So we'll see if that even gets supported inside of Unreal. I don't know. I have an Unreal thing here. Maybe we should create a new project. I call it 2D test. Cannot begin with a number. I'm gonna call it 2D. There you go. D Unreal projects. Oh shit, I should have enabled ray tracing. Oh well, fuck it. Maybe I'll do another one. Oh, I think I can enable it again from inside. Let's see. All right, so while that's happening, let's take a look at the QuickTime file. It shows with a black background because it is transparent, so that's good. So if I were to bring that into After Effects, then I would have a transparent video that I can use and layer it out and do all sorts of funky things with it. Now, I should also be able to bring this one into iClone. And if I export this as a pop video with a transparent background, it'll work even better in iClone. So that's also a way. And I wonder if I can do that, if from iClone I can send it to Unreal via the live link. Maybe they have, I'm giving Reallusion too much credit. I'm pretty sure they haven't figured that out. It probably doesn't support pop videos or any kind of video sending from iClone into that. I'm gonna stop thinking about that because I'm pretty sure it wouldn't work. All right, so let's see here. Let's do, AVI is too huge. Even if it were to support alpha video, which it does, rendering out as AVI is not an option unless you have a huge amount of resources. It's just ridiculous, so I'm not even gonna consider it. But we'll go as a PNG sequence. I know that has an alpha channel. Export. TMP export. We're gonna put this one in its own folder. And we're gonna call him Pumpkinstein. Pumpkinstein. And that's gonna export individual images. So we got different things to play around with, and we'll kind of see how each one interacts. If I can even remember how to do this. I mean, from what I remember, it wasn't really that difficult. There's so many different ways of doing this. The paper 2D stuff, image sequences, video with chroma keying. I don't think I need this anymore. This Flash project. Close that. Y'all let me know if y'all want a copy of that pumpkin template so y'all can dissect it or do your own thing with it. I'll, if there's interest in it, I'm happy to just upload it to the website and let you guys download it for free. So here is the image sequence. All right, I probably don't need this open. Save project. Yeah. We'll save it. And we'll close it. It should reduce the processing requirements. Every time you create a new project, there's a whole bunch of compiling and stuff that needs to take place. So you have to kind of wait on that. But while that's happening, I am going to launch the Epic thingamajigger. And I'm going to look through my library of environments and saved assets and stuff. Maybe I have something that's already kind of cartoony. But one of the things I do want to try at some point is I need to figure out how to select an object in Unreal and somehow export the textures so that I can run a painterly process on that, make it look like it's hand painted or painted or whatever, and then bring that back into Unreal. If there's an efficient way of doing that, that would be great. Well, let's take a look at this free marketplace. Did I already get this? I'm gonna double check because if I don't have this, I probably should. This looks pretty cartoony. So every month there's all sorts of free stuff on the marketplace. Yeah, I already grabbed it. Now where is it? I don't know. Free for the month. Where's the village? It's not here. Let's see. Let's look for some free stuff. No tags. Stylized rendering free. What is this? Photorealistic in contrast to blah 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 blah. This, that, and the other. License use. What is this? A post-process thing? UE legacy samples. I don't really think I want to mess with this. Read documentation. Are you telling me or are you asking me, One Gun? Because if you're asking me, I streamed for about 7.5 hours today, and holy crap, I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, it was kind of fun. If you're telling me, then I'm kind of sorry I missed it, because I really enjoy checking out your streams, and I got caught up with my own thing. Oh, you had a fun dream? The dream? No, you had a fun stream. What did you do? What you work on today? Oh shit. Oh man, I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch it, I guess, or well, watch it for the first time. Were you working on anything in particular, or were you just going over some like tips and things? Oh, for real? Oh man. Well, yeah, iPysoft sucks. But damn. I wish I would have been able to catch that. I'm gonna check it out. How long was it? Dude, if you ever do another one like that, bring me on board. I want to be part of that conversation. Wow. All right. Well, that's what I'm doing tonight. I'm gonna review your video. Damn, man. Now I'm like, mm. Yeah, I would love to have conversations like that, especially if you have other people involved talking about it. You know, you get some really good discussions and stuff. I can't get my brain around motion builder. I did hear that. What's the company that develops motion builder? Alias. I did hear that they're gonna come up with some new program that allows people to get a free license for 1 year for learning purposes. So I'm hoping that's gonna be awesome because I do want to play our Autodesk. Yeah, I heard that they're doing some kind of, they're gonna start doing some program that's gonna allow people to just take a 1 year free license for learning purposes. I don't know if they're doing that yet, but with motion builder anyways. But I do. I mean, I'm gonna take advantage of that big time. I'm having a hard time chewing on these nuts. I need to stop. They're too little. But yeah, man, damn, these are kind of hard to chew. Okay, so I am looking for some kind of base environment to play around with. So I know I have some shit in here that I could just grab and drop and stuff. Let me see something. Featured free marketplace October 22. I was looking for this and it wasn't there, so I'm not going to mess with it. I'm just gonna look at my library here. I'm pretty sure I have something that's cartoony that I could just use to play around with. Dreamscape, nature, meadow. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Yeah, that's good enough. That's perfect. I'm gonna use that, add to project. And that's this 2D, which is gonna drop it in there. But you know, oh Joe got oh joyous. Well, he was trolling you guys today? I actually mentioned you today. I forgot what I was talking about, but I made a mention of that voice that you do when you start making fun of Joe. That, oh my God, my voice! I don't know what the hell did it. It's hilarious. Rocky Bullwinkle voice. Oh man. Yeah, I don't even remember what I was talking about, but I remember I just it just hit me. I'm like, man, whatever this is, it would be great in that voice that One Gun does. All right, so that should be imported. Dreamscape, meadows, blueprints, effects, materials, terrains, maps, showcase. All right, we'll just go into that one. And it's been a million years since I did anything with 2D inside of Unreal. Once I figured out how to do it, I stopped doing it and I decided to start playing around with the 3D side. And right now, I'm not sure if I even remember how to do this. So I guess that's what I'm playing around right now. I'm gonna see if well, that's what I did this morning. It was supposed to be just like a 30-minute explanation of how to use Puppet Producer.